So right now, I'm gonna invite dear Mr. Lee Joon-Seok from Korea Invention Promotion Association, the president of Korea Invention Promotion Association, to come to the stage and run his speech.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Joon-Seok Lee, the president of the Korea Invention Promotion Association, KIPA. I have recently ended my service as the Deputy Commissioner of the Korean Intellectual Property Office after serving for 27 years at the office, and have been appointed by the Korean government as the president of KIPA just 3 months ago. I'm thus honored to serve my first international affairs with the International Federation of Inventors Association, and hope that we may further strengthen our cooperative ties in the coming years. I would also like to express my gratitude to Mr. Alireza Lastegar and the members of IFIA for giving me this privileged opportunity to speak here in front of such highly distinguished guests. The topic I'm going to touch on is the commercialization strategies of KIPA. Before I start, please allow me to give you a brief introduction of KIPA. KIPA was actually founded in 1973. Ever since, we have been sowing the seeds of invention and intellectual property for over 40 years. Currently, we have 2 departments and 13 divisions with over 200 employees, all run with a budget of approximately 76 million US dollars. Actually, 2/3 of that budget is government funded, and 1/3 is self-funded. We have the vision of becoming a world leader in promoting inventive activities and creative thoughts to enhance the value of intellectual property, thereby adding to industrial development. The main responsibility of KIPA can largely be broken down into 3 sections: human resources development, IP commercialization, and cultivating IP culture. Those are to foster creative individuals talented in intellectual property, allow them to lead IP-based commercialization, thereby ultimately, by doing so, cultivate IP culture in Korea. First, KIPA offers various IP education programs in order to train IP for human resources at each stage of human life. It is important to note that we train over 350,000 trainees each year through our online platform, IFIA Academy. Along others, we have worked very closely with Korean global companies like Samsung, LG, and Hyundai in jointly hosting education programs and competitions such as the Young Inventors Program and Campus Patent Universiad, thereby offering students meaningful hands-on and creative experiences. We also offer services for IFIA commercialization. Our business model focuses on giving helping hands for untapped inventions to successfully flow into the market, thereby ultimately creating commercial value. We currently run IP product innovation, IP valuation, IP transaction, and transfer. I'll elaborate on these businesses in the later part of my presentation. How do we successfully cultivate IP culture? It is said that culture is like the air we breathe. First of all, it is very important to make a society that universally values invention and creativity. Korea has officially designated May 19th as National Invention Day. The President or the Prime Minister of the Korean government participates in the ceremony for the celebration day, which KIPA prepares and hosts. In addition, we participate in as many domestic and international invention exhibitions as possible. We also run 30 regional intellectual property centers established in local areas in Korea to promote a nationwide culture of invention. Thus far, I have given you a brief introduction of our overall business models. Now, I would like to focus on our core services, IP commercialization programs. Presently, Korea is on the verge of transforming itself into a creative economy. In the last 40 years, the Korean government and the private sector has cooperated to introduce advanced technologies, allowing Korea to catch up in development, thus produced unbelievable results, such as becoming the 13th largest economy in the world in 2014 and the 9th country with the largest trade volume in 2015. Despite of such a remarkable achievement in the past, Korea is in need of a new national development strategy to join the developed economy with over 30,000 US dollar per capita GDP. Korea is facing new challenges and obstacles that it should overcome. Thus, we pursue a paradigm change in terms of economic development strategy into first mover from fast follower. The current Korean government, well aware of this sense of crisis, feels the urgency to change the economic policy from a catch-up-based development to a creative economy. Creative economy means an ecosystem where ideas, small as a mustard seed, are fused with the market and industries, creating added values, and with those added values, regenerating ideas and blowing life into the private and public sectors to strengthen the national wealth. In order for us to realize such a creative economy, the value of IP is absolute. John Hopkins, as you know, the English economist, first credited with the coining of the term, emphasized that IP is the currency of a creative economy and that a creative economy without IP is meaningless. In order for a creative economy to properly function, various economic entities must participate in the creative asset management, and the creative assets must be incorporated into new products and services, which then can lead to new engines for economic development and job creations. In terms of quantitative volume of our inventive activities, Korea currently is at a world-class level, ranked first in patent applications in 2013 with 159,000 applications, and ranked first in the world with regard to patent productivity. In 2014, with 1.53 patent applications out of R&D expenditure of $1 million US. However, sizable number of the patents are not being put into use. Thus, we see a disruptive developmental pattern with respect to the creative economy ecosystem. In order to bridge the gap, KIPA has recently launched a series of comprehensive support programs funded by the Korean government to overcome the so-called death valley between IP creation and utilization. First, we provide IP product consulting service with a view to providing helping hands for manufacturing-oriented companies to create added values by utilizing their IP. Second, through IP valuation and IP-backed financing program, we assist possible commercialization of IP. In addition, when direct utilization of their IP is not possible and appropriate, we provide a brokerage service for IP transfer in hopes of opening up new routes to commercialization. The KIPA's commercialization programs that I would first like to introduce are the IP Product Innovation Program. We provide consulting with our IP consultants, so manufacturing-oriented companies that have reached their growth limit can break through to innovative growth. By applying KIPA-developed IP-based consulting method, we provide tips for innovative answers to manufacturing processes, enhancing product function and user-friendly designs. Each year, we select companies and provide over 40 consulting services for them to find new products and items applying IP technology. This, in turn, becomes a new source of profit. Even though some companies successfully research a creative invention, they often face difficulties in making products and penetrating the market due to overwhelming budgets needed for that. In this regard, KIPA offers IP valuation services. Experts in KIPA assess possible value of each IP and provide the assessment to some banks and venture capital companies. In particular, KIPA, in cooperation with Korea Development Bank, the Industrial Bank of Korea, and some venture capital companies, provides the IP valuation service that allows loans with IP as securities and makes investment to companies that possess IP. IP valuation is an extremely arduous task that requires professional knowledge and experiences. KIPA has over 15 years of experience and many experts in this field. Last year, through KIPA's IP valuation programs, over $200 million worth of IP finance was provided for SMEs in need. As I said before, IP valuation is very tricky, and it also requires much experienced manpower, budget, and time. Therefore, these man-performed method of valuation are relatively precise and reliable, but is very expensive and sometimes permeable to human bias. In order to overcome these weaknesses, we have developed the Smart 3 pattern analysis and evaluation system, which is a software-operated automatic valuation system. With only objective and quantifiable information, such as the patent information, it automatically performs a 9-grade evaluation, which gives you a relative evaluation of your patent with a short explanation with 2 minutes after you type in the patent numbers. Currently, Smart 3 is not only being used for basic information for IP finance purposes, but is also being used for measure performances of national R&D programs. It can be also used for relative valuation for US patents, and a system for EPO patents is under construction. As you are well aware, KIPA participates in and organizes various types of international and domestic invention exhibitions for the purpose of creating new markets for IP products. We organized the Korea Invention Patent Exhibition and the Seoul International Invention Fair. Furthermore, we participate in various international exhibitions like the International Exhibition of Inventions of Geneva and the Invention and New Product Exposition in Pittsburgh. Through these events, we support Korea inventors, companies to get business opportunities in new markets for their products. We have participated in the Istanbul International Inventions Fair for the first time, and I'm sure that the event will provide us ample opportunity and information to expand our market for our inventions. As you can see, KIPA is doing its utmost to provide services for IP asset creation to commercialization. One additional point that I'd like to make is IP transaction. Companies may utilize their own IP assets to make a steady progress for their businesses, but sometimes these companies may maximize the value of their IP by transaction with a company with higher leverage in the market. KIPA maintains a platform and provides brokerage services for IP transaction. We operate online IP market, which provides necessary information on approximately 100,000 IPs on sale and leads IP transaction in Korea. On top of that, we provide online IP transaction consulting service through IP transaction consultants. Currently, we have 9 experts who made deals for approximately 300 cases each year. We are going to expand the number of experts to 17 this year so that we can expand our capacity in trading IP. We believe that this will be a central strategy to strengthen the IP ecosystem. I'd like to draw my presentation to a conclusion by saying this. KIPA has been devoting our energy and time for the past 40 years to a creative economy based in the rules of intellectual property. But our main attention has been domestic. Now, I believe it is high time for KIPA to step out of our domestic realm and share our experiences and networks with the rest of the world. We can build a model that can allow all of us to grow together through fully utilizing IP assets. I'm going to think about KIPA's more ambitious role in the international community of invention and also work very closely with like-minded colleagues like you and associations in the world. Please join in efforts to share experiences and expertise in realizing a creative economy through the dynamic flow of IP. Thank you for your kind attention.